live in a very violent culture. It occurs to me that somehow we have become inured to this. We're numb. I think it's important that we acknowledge that we're in this together. This is one city. I am John Buchanan, and I am the pastor of the Fourth Presbyterian Church of Chicago.
Building on Fourth Presbyterian Church's historical commitment to seek justice and service to the community, Chicago Lights has served more than 50,000 people since the inception of its first program, tutoring, in 1964, and annually serves 7,000 individuals of all races, ethnic backgrounds, and religious traditions.
We're really planning and pushing to get homicides down this year. Last year there were 458 homicides in Chicago and 1,872 shootings. And on an average of 10 years, if you average it out to 500 homicides a year, that's 5,000 people killed in Chicago in 10 years and 18,000 plus people being shot in Chicago. It's definitely an epidemic, but together I feel we can get it down if we just come together, talk about it, dialogue, and just work with everybody. It's not about ceasefire taking all the credit, it's about God getting the credit.
I want to say a word too about the presence of churches. Churches are stabilizing institutions. They're places where folks at least hear once a week that there is value in civility and kindness and compassion, a kind of counter narrative to this violent narrative that our kids are exposed to all the time. The tutoring program at Fourth Presbyterian Church is, I believe, in its 45th year.
400 volunteer tutors who are paired one-to-one with 400 students. Monday through Thursday evenings, there are 100 students each night. I am Vicki Curtis, Executive Director of Chicago Lights. The students come from 33 different zip codes, so obviously many different schools.
Because of our good relationships with regional Chicago Public Schools, we have 400 children and young people who come here for an hour-and-a-half experience with an adult volunteer tutor.
So is that a question or is that a statement?
We do a lot of work with students who live on the near north side of Chicago, which used to be called the Cabrini Green neighborhood, and also on the near west side of Chicago, which used to be where the Henry Horner homes were. My name is Alex Cornwell, and I'm the director of the Chicago Lights Tutoring and Summer Day programs. We have a big academic piece to the tutoring program that's sort of the main function, but then we also call our volunteers tutors and mentors because the mentoring piece is really important as well. Our volunteers are coming in not only to help students academically, but also just to talk with them, find out, how the week went, how their day went, what's going on in their lives, and just sort of to build that relationship and share stories with each other.
We feel that this program corresponds to what all the scholarship points to, and that is there need to be more activities for young people and children after school, and we certainly see ourselves as filling that gap.
We have also discovered that there is a bill at the federal government level that's called the Youth Promise Act that will give our communities the support and funding they need to effectively address youth violence. Fourth Presbyterian Church is holding a public rally called Silence the Violence, Support Our Youth.
We've got to change that lie in the state of Illinois. That when a child gets killed, whether it's in Englewood or whether it's in Woodlawn, a child is a child. Every child is every one of our children.
When a youngster is shot and killed at 95th or 75th and Stony Island, that has to do with me.
If the people in Springfield were to also hear from Anglo-Saxons who live and work on the north side of Chicago, that they may pay more attention.
And we have to let legislators know we're not going to tolerate any child. It's not a black child, it's not a white child, it's not a brown child, they are children.
I'm just don't go away, and all depends on what you do and say. Tell what happened, tell the truth, listen to other point of view.
We also have Chicago Lights Literacy and Arts in the Schools program.
Hey Fred. No, Fred. He's not here. He went out with his good friend Rolo.
Currently, I have 12 programs in 2 schools, 6 dance classes and 6 drama classes. I'm Diana Anton, and I work for Chicago Lights, putting arts programs into the 2 remaining Cabrini Green schools.
And the little girls said, okay, Mom.
Okay, Mom.
3,000 students have come through the program and experienced arts in some way or another that that the schools are not funded for. The schools are not required to put drama and dance into the schools.
For Professor Diana Anton, the arts are much more than just a discipline.
The arts are an essential part of the schools. They're being cut out. There's so much pressure on students to read. We read every day in the drama class. There's vocabulary that we learn in there. There's vocabulary that we learn in dance. And the arts reinforce teaching.
My voice, oh yeah!
My voice, oh yeah!
You have to pay attention.
My concentration.
My concentration.
You have to have discipline.
My body, huh.
My body, huh.
There's memorization. And
what is that dream the first? Is to dry up like raising the sun? Or faster like a sword and then run?
And many of the skills that go on in the classroom, and I think it's very unfortunate that that's not understood, that that's a part of learning. And some students learn better in this venue. They open themselves up and can go back into the classroom and feel better and open themselves up to traditional learning as well.